So today let us look at the array of structures. Array of structures. Basically what we will try to do is to create a record of customer information where the basic information can be the gender of the customer, the purchasing capability of the customer, and what may be the estimated salary and so on. So let us go ahead and start building the program. Hash include stdio.h int main, and we have this loop counter I, because ultimately this will be an array of structure, and then we can define our structure struct. Let me name this as customer underscore information, customer underscore info, and then as part of this customer underscore info we can have parameters such as int. Let us take customer underscore id, maybe the gender of the customer underscore gender. We can have integer. Let us say somehow we have managed to estimate the salary of the customer, and let us say we have found out how much purchase that they have made, so purchasing amount, and all this information can be later on used, this record can later on be used to do some pattern recognition in the purchasing capability of the customer. So you can feed it into some machine learning algorithm and do some analysis, predictive analysis, etc. So now we have to create the array. So struct customer underscore info, and the variable, let me call it as cust, and let us say we restrict ourselves to only 3 customers. So this is the dimension of the array. So if you have, let us say in a shopping mall 300 customers are visiting every day, so this number will then be equal to 300. Okay, now what we want to do is to prompt the user to enter the data, and here in our usual form we run a loop int I equal, for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to 2, because there are 3 customers, index is running from 0 to 2, I plus plus. Now inside this we will have our printf statement, enter customer id, and then we will catch it by scanf %d. Now note something here, this is ampersand, we have to mention cust, which is the variable under customer underscore info structure. This is the ith array, and then within this ith array we will be calling this customer underscore id. So this is customer underscore id, and we can go on and repeat this for the other 3 variables as well. So let us now fix this. Second one we have is the gender, so enter customer gender, and we have %c ampersand customer I dot gender. Then we have enter, the third one is the estimated salary. Okay, enter customers estimated salary, somehow we have estimated this, and we will catch it via scanf %d ampersand customer I. We have written this as est underscore salary, so this is est underscore salary, and the last one is enter the purchase amount, enter purchase amount, Now generally purchase amounts are in integer, but we just wanted to show how you can also gather floating point data within your structure, because a structure is basically heterogeneous in nature. You can have all the variables present here. So this is ampersand percentage f ampersand customer I, and then what is this name? This name is purchase underscore amount. So we have purchase underscore amount, and this finishes the capturing of the data onto the memory. Now after that, let us say we want to display the record that has been stored, and so we can go ahead and start printing these values. Let me take it from the for loop itself. So let's catch this, paste it here, and then make our modifications. So for this printf customer id, this will be percentage d comma, I have customer I cust I dot customer underscore id. The second one will be enter customer gender. So customer gender is percentage c, and the parameter of interest is cust I dot gender. Next we have customer's estimated salary. So this is again an integer type variable, and this is in cust I dot est underscore salary. And then finally we have the amount of purchase made by the customer, amount of purchase made. And remember that this is a floating point variable, so percentage f comma, we have cust I dot purchase underscore amount. So let me put a new line character here, let me put another new line here, and then finally after the first customer's data has been printed, let me put another printf here just for the purposes of better visualization. And this is it, return 0. Now let me just double check whether there are any errors or not. So hash include stdio.h, int main, int I, struct info, these are the information present, struct customer underscore info cust. So this is the variable. This is basically an array of 3 numbers which are part of the structure customer underscore info, and then we have entered the data %d, %c, %d, %f, ampersand, 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 and ampersand. Here is the display. Okay, hopefully there are no mistakes. Let us compile and run and then see what happens. So okay, there are no errors. Let me enter the data. Enter customer id. Let us say the customer id is 1. Enter the gender, maybe it's a male customer. Customer's estimated salary, maybe the estimated salary is 10,000 rupees, and this customer has made a purchase of maybe 100.550 paise, 100.50. Enter customer id, the second customer of the day, maybe gender is f, female. Enter customer's estimated salary maybe it is 25,000, and purchase amount she has made is maybe 600.0. Third customer, maybe M, estimated salary is maybe 45,000 rupees, and the purchase amount that has been made is 2055.60 paise. Okay, so that was that. Now this is the display. So we had entered the data till this point. This was the data that was entered by the user, and now beyond this the display of recording has been done. So customer ID 1, customer gender M, customer's estimated salary is 10,000 rupees, amount of purchase made is 100.50. Customer ID 2, customer gender is female, customer's estimated salary is 25,000, amount of purchase made is 600 rupees. And similarly this is for the third one. So this is the concept of the array of structures. These are useful for creating records and databases.